Good morning. Happy Wednesday to all of you on this beautiful, steamy, hot, beautiful Wednesday. I am walking Teddy. We got a little late start. It's almost 9, but there's some shady patches here, so hooray. How's everyone doing today? I am trying to get my toe better. It is not healing very well. I have it taped now. Anytime I put tennis shoes on, it swells up again. I should have taped it in the beginning. So I have tape on the toe. And I'm walking carefully without tennis shoes at the park, which is not the greatest idea, but I'm tired of it swelling. Tonight, my daughter Emily's boyfriend Max is playing at a club in Hollywood. He's a singer and a guitarist, and he goes on at 9:30, and I'm super excited to see him perform. I've never seen him perform. 9:30 is a little bit late for me, but I will manage. Maybe take a nap this afternoon or something. And what else has been going on? Just working a ton and going to work in a little town north of me called Camarillo shortly after I take Teddy home. I work for this nice older man and do bookkeeping from his home every couple weeks. What else is going on? That's about it. We have an issue in the backyard with our eucalyptus tree that needs to be trimmed really bad, and I have my garden person getting a family member to come help trim that eucalyptus tree. It's looming over my bedroom in the backyard, and it just needs to be thinned out really well. I know there are certain times to trim trees and certain times not, so I'm researching that. And Teddy's doing great. Went to the vet yesterday, got a good checkup on his foot. His little purple bandage is off. And my son's girlfriend, dog Stormy, that's Teddy's girlfriend, she got a rabies shot yesterday, and I'm trying to help her get a support license for Stormy, who's a little black Pomeranian and a cutie pie. They just absolutely love each other. So all is well today, and everything is good. I can't complain. The heat's kind of what it is. I have fans and AC on, so some of my wax, even with the candle crocks, is having some issues here and there with performance. But if you have performance issues in your home and don't have candle crocks, get some, because it sure is better than not being able to smell your wax with all the AC and the fans, ceiling fans going. So I think at home I have some IHOP going in the kitchen and some Rose Girls key lime pie serendipity in the living room and dining room. And I work off of 2 laptops in my dining room, so it's sure nice to be able to smell the fragrances in there. Once in a while I'll get a big no from Emily, like, "Mom, please change the wax." Just once in a blue moon, but usually she's off to work and I don't change it because I put it in because I like it and it's my house. So anywho, such a pretty day. Probably going to be 92 today, and that's all we have going on. So to say hello to all of you, my bravely no makeup face that I'm showing you with my dirty Dodger hat. I dropped it yesterday when I was trying to plant some things before it got really hot. I planted 2 really interesting plants that I'll post a picture of. They're native to Australia, but they have these really pretty purple, like tufty, triangle type poofy flowers, almost like purple pointy cotton balls. And then I planted this elephant ear bulb. It's a giant bulb, almost as big as, I would say, like a cantaloupe. And they were on sale at Ace a couple weeks ago. They're expensive. They're like usually 20 bucks a piece. They were on sale for like $15. They have these beautiful, they're kind of like, I can't explain it, huge elephant ear type green leaves. They do well in part shade or shade. And it's just a big cantaloupe sized bulb. And even when the leaves die back, it says don't cut the leaves, just leave them there and new leaves will come. But I'm excited about that. I planted that yesterday too. And I got a passion fruit vine that I'm really excited about. My friend Brandy bought a house in the country recently, and she has a passion fruit vine with the most gorgeous flowers on it. If you don't know what passion fruit flowers look like, look it up. They're so beautiful. They're like prehistoric looking flowers. They look like kind of like lilies on steroids. They're beautiful. And the fruits make a beautiful, yummy juice, passion fruit. Hello. So I got a vine. It likes 6 hours of sun, so I'm trying to find a spot in my yard, because when it gets established, it takes over. But it's so pretty. So I want to find a good place for the passion fruit vine. It even suggests getting 2 of them and planting them, like, so if you want to make like an arch or a walkway. I only got 1, but I might get another. And it's funny because passion fruit grows very well in climates like in South America. And I remember when I had a South American boyfriend, I found an Ecuadorian restaurant in Los Feliz here in California, and they had these fresh blended juices, and the passion fruit juice was called maracuya. Maracuya, I think, is the Spanish word for passion fruit. And they would take these juices. There was maracuya and naranja. So the maracuya juice was passion fruit juice blended, like a really thick concentrate blended with ice, and it was so refreshing. And then the naranja, I think, is some kind of citrus fruit that's native to South America. Different plant entirely, but that juice was really good too. Anyhow, thanks for listening. I hid my keys on my tire, and we are going to head home so I can go work and make some money to try to not buy any more wax for a while. I have so much fall wax and Christmas that it's just so crazy. And but I am enjoying summer, the summer scents. I'm not ready for fall wax yet. I have a ton, and I want to do a fall haul. Not a haul, a fall, like what I have in my collection for fall that I might get around to. So anyhow, I want to put Teddy in the car so his paws don't get too hot. Love you guys. Thank you for watching. Bye. I just thought I would do a little part 2 video. So I was at this Goodwill. We have this really good Goodwill near us in Moore Park. And I found this table for $15. It is so cute. It's got these beautiful little knobs. It has a drawer. $15. So I put this outside. I have no place to really put it in the house. Emily made these strawberry little planters in ceramics class a few years ago. So I put those there with this succulent thing that I bought. I just fell in love with that. So that's outside my front door in the little corner there. And we planted a bunch of succulents, dug out a bunch of this ivy, and planted a little succulent garden. And I wanted to show you, I got some native milkweed. It's important to not plant milkweed that's not from the area, because the monarchs lay eggs and then they get sick eating the wrong kind of milkweed for this climate. So this is the right kind. This is Cinderella milkweed, and my garden has been overflowing with monarchs. We raised some a couple years ago. It was so wonderful. I got a couple of these beautiful plants that I'm going to put in the garden. Not sure where. This is a powwow wildberry coneflower. Oh, wildberry! Hey! Full sun. So I have a couple ideas for good places for these. And then the other plant that I was talking about that's native to Australia, it struggled a little bit before I had time to plant it. But isn't that cool? The leaves are coming back underneath, but it likes very hot, dry areas. This particular flower bed, I have to water by hand a lot because it gets very hot. And although I have a sprinkler that waters it, it still gets extremely hot. So we have our butterfly bush, and I have another butterfly bush there. I have one over there, and then a huge one, another purple one over there. And then this is the passion fruit vine that I was talking about. So it even has some flowers coming, but this is what the flowers look like. It is so amazing. I'm so excited about this. So it does like 6 hours of sun. I forgot where I saw that. somewhere it said, oh, 6+ hours of sun. But the garden is flourishing so nicely. The elephant ear one that I was talking about before, it's kind of like leaves like this, but much bigger. So the leaves are huge and the shape of an elephant. Now I'm going to cut this back soon because these leaves are dying, but it grows back as soon as you take the yellow leaves off, and it has these beautiful, these come back every year. I have these all running down my driveway too. I forget what these are called. I have my nectarine tree that's still covered up with the nectarines aren't really growing though, so I don't know what's up with that. I probably should fertilize the tree, which is half dead anyways, but the fruits are preserved with this netting, but the fruits are really not growing. We'll see what happens. At least there's fruit. And then this is my other butterfly bush, and it's so cool. As you can see, the yellow this yellow vine is growing up. It takes over, my goodness. But it's growing up around the butterfly bush too. But in the afternoon, my garden is full of monarchs. It's so pretty. So I'm just trying to fill in here and there with more color. It's hard to get more color in this area, but I got a bunch of lavender, 2 different types of lavender, and there's some milkweed. This is milkweed that I think is possibly not native to this area. But the nursery was selling it, so I'm not clear, but I don't see this really in the stores anymore. And then I have this interesting plant with these little trumpet-like flowers on it, and another milkweed. I think that's the same one. And then we transplanted this hydrangea over here, which is doing a lot better over here than it was in this too sunny area my daughter found. And then back there, I have a rose bush. I need to thin out this tree above it to give it more sun. There's another climbing rose back there, and some, I don't know if you can see those light blue flowers. That's plumbago, which is growing so nicely. And that's about it. Just wanted to share a little bit of my garden with you. I love this time of year. When it clears out a little bit, I'll have a chance, when it gets colder later in the year, to get ready for some more color for, next spring and summer. But otherwise, I had a little plant tragedy the other day and I cried really hard. This lily has come back every year. I forget, I think I planted it as a bulb, and I was out here the other night and it had like 9, maybe seven blooms on it. It's a really pretty, like, stargazer lily, I think. And I was trying to prop it up so that it would, not bend down too low, and it broke off. And I have it in the kitchen in water. I feel so bad. I cried because that happened. I mean, it'll come back, and I have another one in the back that hasn't bloomed yet, but I felt so terrible that happened. Little hibiscus here. My mom gave me this for Mother's Day. It's doing so well. When we got that big dumping of rain, the plants just took off. So, loving my butterfly bush. I cut some of these sometimes and bring them in the house, but the monarchs love these. Oh, look, there's a butterfly. Oh my gosh, not a monarch, but look at that. I forget what that type is called, but those are a lot of those in our area too, but monarchs a lot more. Look at that. What a great, oh, I'm so glad you guys got to see this. I forget what type of pretty butterfly that is. Wow. That's wonderful. Anyhow, now I don't know if I'm filming it anymore because I can't see in this glare. There you go. Wow. There's something else. There he is. Another, oh, I thought there were 2 of them, but there he goes. Oh, now he's on to another one. So pretty. Anyways, I just wanted to share some of my garden with you guys. Have a beautiful day. Bye.